she brought Zoe in here, I bet she'd be your old self. Just think of that, Laurie. Zoe, right here. Then you'd know for sure she was safe and sound. Oh, try, Laurie, please. Give it your best shot. If you don't come through this, we've all lost, Craven or no Craven.
Hold it, Simpson, right there. You're on a charge for bringing contraband into the prison.
I've got to get out of here. And it's not just for me. Laurie needs help and someone's got to spill the beans on the freak.
Yeah, well then do what I say.
I've just been speaking to the Minister about a subject that concerns you.
Me?
Yes. Earlier, you mentioned the Deputy Governorship. Mr. Adams, I am now in a position to assure you that in future you will have less competition for the post.
Less competition? I was hoping
less local competition. We're getting 3 ex-Blackmore officers as replacements.
For who?
For your 3 colleagues, the Minister has seen fit to transfer. Mrs. Morris, Mrs. Pringle, and Mr. Jackson.
What have you got so far?
Dear Tommy.
Go on.
I was going to tell him about making up stuff like you said, you know.
I can't hear you, Merle.
I can't think no more, Kath. I've got a real bad headache.
Well, perhaps if I help, it won't take so long, eh?
Yeah.
Blagger. Did you want something?
You go away. Kath and me are writing a letter.
Well, me truckie got busted bringing the stuff in. Dobbed me in to save his own neck.
It's bad luck.
Bloody bad luck, isn't it? Bad bloody luck now that I've got a bust on me record. Lost me visiting rights for 2 weeks. No phone calls and anything else a bloody freak can think of.
You've lost a lot.
Haven't lost me sense of smell, though. And you are stinking too high hell of lagging.
Don't you say that to Kath. That's not nice.
Just tell Einstein here to stay out of it.
Mean, Kath, what's an ice?
Let up.
That's good advice, Spider. So why don't you just get out?
Women are going to be real disappointed when I tell them they're not going to get their goodies. And who's responsible?
Look, you come in here hurling around a lot of stupid accusations and I don't even know what you're talking about. In case you'd forgotten, I am top dog.
Oh, yeah, Kath's top dog.
No one's going to believe you, Simpson.
Well, you were the only one I told when it was coming in and how.
That's still no proof. Everyone knows Ferguson's tightening up on security. As I said, it was just bad luck.
Well, it's proof enough for me. You're a lagger, Maxwell, and you know what they do to laggers here. You're dead meat.
Get out.
Just get out! Get dead meat!
If Merle can nick off from out under a screw's nose, it must be a walkover.
So I could suck up to the freak, get into her good books, and then it'd be Trustee Tucker runs the tuck shop and goes out shopping with her mates.
It wouldn't work, it'd take too long. Besides, the freak can pick a sucker mile off.
Yeah. We're gonna have to get Maxwell out of that shop somehow. Or else I have to come up with another plan.
Oh, I've had enough of your plans, thanks very much. I don't want to dig my way to China.
You don't have to rub it in. So we go back to plan B. But how are we gonna knock off the staff room?
It's easy. It's just a matter of timing. Got to make sure Maxwell's got it well and truly stopped.
Oh, geez, the little buggers can run. If I was a cat, I'd bloody starve. Hey, why aren't you two out mousing? Spider reckons the sweep's gone up to $10.
We're having a private meeting here and...
Yeah, and I'm in on it.
Says who?
Listen, Squirt, I was in on everything a long time before you turned up. Just because you're from Blackmore,
All
don't
right, Lurch.
Yeah, well, I've made up my mind. If you're getting out, so am I.
You weren't asked.
Listen, you, how'd you like a good thumping?
Why, Lurch?
Why what?
Why escape with us? Your record's been looking pretty good lately. You've even got a couple of remissions. If we get caught, and the chances are we will, you'll blow all that.
Listen, Reet, I've had a gut full of this place. Reno's gone, the freak's governor. Geez, you have to have a bloody licence to go to the loo. Give up all my remissions just for 1 week on the outside. Who knows? We might get lucky, like Roach. Sail off into the wide blue yonder with a spunky sailor.
Yeah, she must be having some fun.
Yeah.
It's about time someone else had another bash at it.
Yeah, but 2's company and 3's a crowd. and it's
Lurch
hard
is
to-
in.
Good on you, Reet.
I said she's in.
You wanted to see us?
Yes. I haven't got time to pamper officers with individual interviews. And since what I have to say concerns you all, I thought this was the easiest way to do it.
Well, we wouldn't want to waste any of your valuable time, Governor.
That's the sort of attitude you'll live to regret, Morris.
Please get on with it. You're not the only one who's busy.
Have you got anything to say?
About what, Governor? You haven't said anything yet.
Very well. I have tried to work with you three. I have tried to fit you into my administration, but my efforts have been rejected. Seems to me that you think that my new position here at Wentworth is a temporary one. But let me tell you, I am here to stay. But you're not. Morris and Pringle, you're being transferred to Barnhurst, Jackson to Smithton. You have a week to sort out your personal affairs and report for duty.
You have no authority to do that.
Oh, but I do. The highest. The Minister agrees with me that your particular talents are more suited to lower security prisons.
You'll be short-staffed.
No. Several Blackmore officers will receive permanent transfers here. That's all. Thank you.
Where have you been? Work bell's going to go in a minute.
I've been working in the workshop.
Hey? In rec? What do you want that for?
Mill Jones.
Oh, gee, Spider. First you organised to get her another mouse, now you're making her presents. You're going soft on Looney or something.
I ain't gone soft on no one. The mouse scam's just to make money. You're going to flush it down the toilet as soon as I get my cut from the sweep.
Oh, yuck.
No, this one's more for Maxwell than for Looney. Vic, I tried to work with her. I even voted for her as top dog. We could have been a team, but she's too bloody greedy. She wants a lot, so she's going to get a lot more than what she was counting.
Well, what are you going to do? Whip her to death with that thing?
Listen, knucklehead, Maxwell ain't worth a bag of air without the Looney around. So, we get rid of the Looney and Maxwell dies.
Yeah, well, you won't buy Merle off with presents, you know.
Oh, I'm not going to try. We're going to get Looney sent off to where she belongs. The bloody Looney bin. She can be queen of the bloody Loonies. Wait. Whoa! It's Governor Craven, Merle. I've got your bull roarer. Now I'm coming to get you.
Honest, Mr. Pringle, there's a plague of them. The governor says they have to be cleaned out.
We were all worried about your kitchen. I mean, it's the first place mice go, you know.
Well, I should have been informed. I'll have to set some traps.
Well, we could do that for you.
No, but I've only got a couple. I'll have to write out an order form for more. It could take days before I get them.
Well, we'd better check out the cooler room, see if they've left any messages.
Messages?
Well, you know.
Oh, yes, that's all right. Where are your work passes?
Well, you have to give them to us, don't you?
Do I? Oh, yes, I suppose so. I really don't know. No one tells me anything.
Mr. Pringle, a moment, please.
Joycey, we've got a mouse plague.
Oh, really, dear? Yes, well, there's always a few mice around a prison.
But Joycey, you're upset. What is it?
I've been transferred to Barnhurst, Meg too, and young Marty's being sent to Smithton.
What? How?
Oh, Ferguson, of course, being vile as usual.
But Joycey, what about me?
Oh, that's just it. That's just it, Mervyn. I'm sure she'll insist on your staying here.
But we'll be miles apart.
Oh, exactly. It's all part of her horrible plan. You know, Mervyn, I think she's always been jealous of our happy marriage. Oh, Martha, what's wrong with you?
The mouse went right through here.
Oh, a mouse.
Joycey.
Get over here, we got to talk.
Listen, Squirt, I've told you before. Stop giving me orders.
So, Miss App, see if I care. You just saw our shop trustee delivering a whole lot of goodies to the staff room.
Oh, real earth-shattering news, Brumby. You ought to start a newspaper.
Shut up, Rich.
Will you tell me what's going on then?
We want to raid the staff room and plant the stuff in Maxwell's cell.
A bit of tea and Vicky's never got anyone into much trouble.
We're going to plan other stuff. We got plans.
You've got water on the brain.
It's a start, Lurch. The freak's pulling lightning cell searches every day, right?
Yeah.
She finds the stuff on Maxwell and starts wondering about it.
Well, Maxwell only say it's a plant.
And she might get away with it the first time.
OK. Supposing you do get the stuff, how are you going to get it through the gate? The freak's got all the screws real hot on security. They're going right through the skip, even the nappies.
You been doing enough complaining? You come up with something.
Freak's giving Morris, Pringle and Jackson the boot.
What? Transferring them to Barnhurst and Smithton.
The bitch!
Fitz, get rid of the good guys. This place turns more into Blackmore every day.
Let's see if we gotta work faster.
Work what? We're escaping.
Oh, don't start that again, Brumby.
Well, what about Laurie? Nobody'll give a pinch of spit about it now Morris and them are going.
Betcha they copped it for letting me in the hospital to talk to her. I just got to see Laurie before they lock her up in that loony bin forever.
Yeah? And that's just what the freak wants. She'll be waiting for you, Ree.
I'll take my chances. Anyway, I gotta see where they put Bongo.
He's dead, Ree.
I don't care! He's me brother and I've got a right to see where they put him!
Yeah, you got it right.
So, how are we going to get a skip full of goodies past the security gate?
Well, what's the big problem?
You've been living on another planet.
Well, Jackson's on the gate, isn't he?
Hey, yeah. And I've seen the way he looks at you. What have you got that we haven't?
Never mind what I got. Just fill me in on the setup and I'll do me best.
Gate duty. Boring, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, well, they hear they're lax at it at Smithton. Being low security, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, well, from what I hear, they keep things pretty tight.
Really? Well, to each his own.
Don't want to let slime like that get to you.
I don't. Didn't take you long.
No sense in hanging around. Pity about Smithton. He must have really got up Ferguson's nose.
So it's out already?
Well, you know this place. It's not only the walls that have got ears.
Yeah, right.
The girls will miss you. They think you're okay.
Will you?
Oh, yeah? Bit, I guess.
Mightn't happen yet. If it does, I could come and visit you.
Why?
Because I'd want to, and I don't believe you should be in here.
Tell that to the judge.
I've been thinking of doing just that.
Forget it. My frame-up is tied so tight you'd be wasting your time.
I can try.
Yeah, well, don't say I didn't warn you. Can I go through now? Thanks.
I believe you're innocent, you know. If that means anything to you.
Yeah, well, aren't we all? Look, I know we go back a long way, but why do you think I'm any different to the others?
I just do. And I am going to look into your case.
Yeah. Well, thanks anyway. See you later, Mr. Jackson.
Lost something?
Doesn't seem to be anything for afternoon tea.
Oh, I thought you might have been souvenir hunting. Something to remind you of happier days at Wentworth.
I'll be happy enough as soon as I've forgotten about Ferguson and the dirty way she goes about doing her business.
Would you like me to pass on the criticism, or will you tell her yourself?
Whether I wanted you to or not, you would. Doesn't your tongue ever get dry from licking her boots all the time?
Now listen to me, Jackson.
No, you listen to me, Adams. I don't like you, and I never have. You're a lying little pimp and a coward to boot. One good thing about being transferred to Smithton is that I won't have to work with you anymore.
Oh, what's wrong with him?
Never mind. I feel great, though.
I get the feeling that Marty told that little rat a lot of the things we've all been thinking. Good for you.
Thanks, Mervyn.
Marty, we've decided we're going on strike. No, not quite yet, Joyce. But we are organising a stop work meeting, for this block anyway, for this afternoon.
You'll never get the other support. They're scared of losing their jobs and even more scared of crossing Ferguson.
But we have to convince them that if Joan wins this time, the women are in danger of losing their jobs every day they turn up for work.
How'd you go? Just breezed through. Jackson didn't even blink.
And the stuff?
All safely tucked away in Maxwell's locker.
Oh, good on you, Spy. Who'd ever have thought? Now we're all prying for a seltzer.
Hey, did Good-looking tell you when he's got to get out of here?
Why would he tell me?
Well, didn't you ask?
No.
Gee, Spike, talk about missing opportunity.
Well, go and ask him yourself if you want to know so much. I got work to do.
Did a good job, Spy.
Wait, it could be weeks before you're out of here. Be too late for Laurie then.
Well, I don't see you doing nothing for her.
Yeah, well, I got an idea if you'd listen to me.
Sorry, just can't stand thinking of her lying there like that.
Yeah, well, that's the point. She doesn't have to be. We could make a tape, and we could send it to her. I mean, she couldn't see us, but she could hear us. We like being with her.
Hey, yeah. I've read about that. There was this little fella who was in a coma. His mum played all his favourite music, and his footy team taped messages for him.
Did it work?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, you're a big help, Lurch. You know, I was sure I was getting through to her up there.
It's worth a try.
You bet it is, Liz.
We could get Mrs. Morris to give the tape to her. I reckon she'd do it. She's done things for you before.
Yeah, she's all right for a screw. All right, you lot, we've got to give this some serious thought. No soppy stuff. We've got to give Laurie a few laughs. Laughter's the best medicine, right?
Right! All right, everybody outside. Cell search immediately.
Oh.
There's not much of her there. That's the general response to initial therapy. We might see something in a few days.
Well, she seems calm enough. No need for the high security ward, surely.
That's where she's been assigned.
But she's catatonic. I mean,
She's a murderer, Doctor. When you've been here as long as I have, you won't take risks.
Do you think we've got any chance of bringing her back?
Well, maybe. Could take years.
Well, what have we here, Maxwell? Perhaps you'd care to explain this?
That's not mine.
Oh, your locker and your pyjamas, if I'm not mistaken.
But I didn't put it there.
No, of course not. One of your duties as a trustee is to stock the officer's staff room with morning and afternoon tea, right?
Yeah, I just did it, Mrs. Slattery, just before.
Yeah, well, today we had to go without. Now we know why.
This is stupid. Why would I do that and get caught so easily?
I'm sure the governor will ask the same question.
Good, you can take me to see her right now.
The governor's busy. She'll get my report along with the evidence. Meanwhile, you'll have to do without the pyjamas.
Miss Ferguson will see me.
The governor will see you when she's read my report and decided on your punishment, not before.
Now, I know many of you believe that Mrs. Pringle and I were wrong when we went against the governor's orders and took Connors to visit Wilkinson in the infirmary. You believe that we were on the side of the prisoners, something we've been trained never to do.
But ask yourself why the governor gave that order. We were only trying to help. There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing I'd say.
Mrs. Pringle and I were only practicing a little humanity. After all, Wilkinson had never given any of us much trouble.
Oh, no? She just murdered Governor Craven.
As I was saying, Wilkinson had never given any of us much trouble. Still, perhaps we were wrong in not conferring with the governor first.
But she wouldn't have let us.
All I am asking you, does one infringement of the rules warrant our being transferred? I mean, effectively demoted? When that infringement was on the grounds of humanity? I mean, as for Mr. Jackson here, he hasn't even been given a reason for his transfer. This week, Morris, Pringle and Jackson. Next week...
Mr. Adams has just made his getaway. Straight to the governor's office, you can bet on that.
Well, that should give us about 5 minutes. Now, governors do make mistakes, like the rest of us. They can be prejudiced, and they can be replaced. Now, I am asking you for strike action until these transfers are rescinded and Joan Ferguson is replaced as governor of this prison. So I understand that, but we've got to stop work and show the minister we will not be pushed into these ridiculous working conditions. It's time the reforms that Mrs. Reynolds was trying to implement were put into practice for all our benefits.
I say we take a vote now. All those in favour, raise your...
I hope I'm not interrupting anything, but before you take a vote, perhaps a few facts should be taken into consideration. Any objections? No doubt concern has been expressed over Wilkinson. So let me set the record straight. She was in no condition to remain here. We cannot treat psychiatric patients. She needed specialised treatment. Treatment she could only get in a hospital where her condition can be monitored and treated properly. I was not about to risk having you deal with Wilkinson. She had already killed an officer, and we had no guarantee that she would not kill again in her present state.
Now, that's rubbish. Craven threatened and bullied her
Wilkinson told you this, did she? There's been absolutely no justification found as to why she killed Mr. Craven.
And you gave her no chance to tell us?
The woman was comatose. She couldn't say anything.
Yes, but everybody knows that familiar surroundings can sometimes snap them out of it.
I don't profess to be a doctor, Mr. Jackson. That's why I sought professional help.
You refused her friends to visit her and maybe help her.
Or maybe kill them. I'm not allowing any further risks to be taken by you or the women. Your safety is my first priority. My reasons for transferring Wilkinson were twofold. To get her help and to prevent any further accidents. Now, for those of you contemplating a stop-work meeting over that decision, Let me point out to you that a strike means that the women will be locked in their cells until all matters are resolved. Is that what you want? To punish the women further? Well, you were about to take a vote. Let's have it. Those in favour of striking, raise your hand. Right. I believe we're being paid to work. Let's get on with it.
Electro what? Electroconvulsive therapy. They'll probably zap a few thousand volts through her brain and then sit back and see what happens.
Bastards. I get a mean enough kick out of me Harley.
But they can't do that. What about her rights?
Oh, what right? I'm going to get her out of that place if I have to carry her myself.
Talk about easy. Screws are in some kind of meeting.
Ferguson's probably gloating over the transfers.
And breaking out the baseball bats.
Well, Slattery's not in on it. She got the stuff out of Maxwell's cell. She's done for sure.
Hey! Stage 1 in the bag.
So far, so good, eh?
Yep, and better to come.
Hey, does this thing record as well?
Of course it does.
Yeah, well, show me how we'll all say a big hello. Pity we didn't have any photos to send with it.
What about that modelling stuff Laurie was so tanked up about? You still got some of those shots?
Sure.
Yeah, well, that'll fire up a few good memories.
Yeah, I'll get them later. Okay, you press this one and you press this one together. Got it?
This one and this one.
Right.
Right.
Now I'll go and keep Nick and you record the messages.
Right.
Well, it looks like everything's coming together pretty well. Now, stage 2 for Maxwell. Any of you hot shots any good at picking pockets?
Depends on what you're after.
I need a book of passes.
You need a good lie down, and you'll get one in the pound.
Only if we're caught. Come on, a pocket's a pocket. They're only screws.
Something about this size you're after, isn't
Hey! That's terrific. Nobody gets their hands past Lurch's size without a notice. All right, you two got the job.
So what do you want with the passes anyway?
How would you explain it if they found them on you?
Oh, with difficulty.
Right. And I can't see Maxwell not copping a charge when they find him on her.
Oh, but I could think of 100 other ways to use those passes. But getting Maxwell's best, okay.
Oh, g'day there, Mr. Adams. We were wondering where you'd got to. What was the meeting about?
None of your business.
Oh, I guess that means you didn't get the deputy governor.
That's enough out of you, Connors, unless you want to charge.
Sorry.
Oh, Mr. Adams, I'm busting to go, and there hasn't been anyone
on
around
your
for
collar,
ages.
Mr. Adams. So who is the deputy governor? Miss Ferguson made up her mind?
Told you, Connors, it's none of your business. You leave that alone.
I'll only take a jiff. Well, we need to know who we're dealing with.
Yeah, Miss Ferguson always told us when she got the job.
Oh, you'll find out in due course, Jenkins. We'll see if you're still laughing then.
I got a bonus as well.
Oh, hey, that'll cheer Pearl up. She'll need a friend when we fix Maxwell, eh?
All right, Spike. They're yours to fix up. Don't get lost with them.
I won't. Be back in a sec.
I was nearly packing myself then, silly moron. Didn't even see the dryer wasn't on.
Hey, this is the wrong stuff. It's going to burn right through.
Oh, jeez. Do you think we should tell him?
I can't change the report or the punishment.
But I was set up.
Yes, I know, and you will be again unless you're more careful.
How can I be unless my dorm's locked whenever I'm away? Rita's out to get me. There are any number of ways she can discredit me.
I can hardly order my officers to lock your dorm, can I?
I don't expect you to. I'm merely trying to point out what I'm up against.
Yeah, well, that's your problem. You fix it in your own way.
I can't fix anything at the moment. Everyone expects me to do something about Lorelei. You haven't helped my popularity by sending her away.
I am not here to help your popularity. You do as I say, and don't you ever criticize my decisions.
That's hardly the point, is it? Maybe I didn't show it, but I liked Laurie as much as the other women. What happened to her was
That's enough. Now, you just look after yourself and leave the decision-making to me. Get out.
I was looking for you, Merle. Found a friend of yours.
Muzzles? Where'd you find him?
Toilets.
I'd I look there?
Well, he must have been scuba diving.
Oh, you sneaky little mouse. Gee, tar, Spike.
Come on, we better get you back to the kitchen.
Yeah, tar. And thanks again.
Pleasure's all mine.
What are you doing? While I'm waiting?
Looking for a mouse. It came in under your door. I confiscated it off one of the women and it must have got out of my pocket.
Really? And?
My book of passes has gone too.
Oh, so you thought you'd cover your own stupidity and steal another one, eh? Women made a fool of you again, Mr. Adams?
Yeah, well, I don't know how.
Oh, what do you think we're in charge of here? Sunday school students? They've picked your pocket and had a damn good laugh at your expense.
Well, they won't be laughing when I find out who's responsible.
No, they won't be when they've been body searched. How long ago did it go missing? Well?
Well, it can't be more than 20 minutes.
20 minutes, you bloody fool. They could be all over the prison by now. What's that on your collar? Slattery, get all duty officers together. There is to be a full-scale search of the prison. Right, Mr. Adams. Let's see if we can stop them making you look even more stupid.
This is the part I hate.
You ought to try doing pick-up in maternity.
Nah, the waiting around, I mean. Where the hell she got to?
Maybe she used one of the passes.
Hey, you reckon she's done a flip?
Who's it, Dunny?
Hey, there must be a bloody big drain under that shower block. Probably goes right out to the bay.
God, next thing you'll be building submarines out of bottle tops.
Hey, do you reckon it'd work?
Don't encourage her, Lurch. You just keep your mind on our plan.
I was only joking. What about tin drums, but?
Shush, girls, we got some visitors. I hope this isn't a farewell visit.
No, we've been ordered to search you.
What for?
Just stand over here in a line, please.
It appears we have a pickpocket amongst us.
Oh, really?
In here?
Hey, is it true you're being transferred?
None of your business, Alice.
Oh, it sure is. We don't want you to go.
Too right. It stinks what the freak's trying to do.
If you go, does that mean Mervyn goes too?
That's enough of that chatter.
That must be a
Hey,
sore
Mrs.
point.
Morris.
Yes?
We've been working on this tape for Lorelei, and we want to get a few photos to send with it. You know those shots that we took, Mrs. Pringle?
Oh, that sounds like quite a good idea.
Yeah, well, we've organised it, and, well, we were sort of wondering if you could help us get it out.
You know we're not allowed to do that.
Well, we can hardly deliver it.
And the freak could hardly buy it. Well, having Laurie come to her senses will really put her up the creek.
Oh, please help us.
For Laurie?
We could get it to you before tea.
We won't lag.
Oh,
Thanks.
What are you doing?
I've just been at the loo.
Can I have your pass? All right, hurry up and get back to your work area.
Mr. Jackson, I've been thinking about your offer to help me get out of here.
I didn't say I could do that.
Yeah, I know. But I'd like to prove that I didn't do it. If the offer's still open.
It is.
Thanks. You know, it's pretty hard facing consequences sometimes. You know, I do remember you from school. You were a real dag.
Oh, thanks for the compliment.
We all have to grow up sometimes. Guess it just takes me a bit longer than most.
Well, let's hope you can do the rest of it on the outside.
I can give you some names. Might be
Mr.
some-
Jackson!
Yes, Miss
I
Ferguson?
want you to search Marsh immediately.
But I've just...
Do it!
What am I meant to be hiding?
Don't get smart with me.
Nothing.
Call that a search. Do it again.
Don't worry, you're not the first.
Shut up, Marsh.
She's clean.
Marsh, back to the laundry.
Yes, Miss Ferguson.
Mr. Jackson, you can help us with the women in the kitchen.
All right, we've looked everywhere now. There's nothing to worry about, is there?
Suppose not.
Oh, then, Merle, how about collecting all the rubbish for me? There's a heap of vegetable peels over on the bench there.
All right, Mr. Pringle.
Is she all right?
Yes, I think I've proven there are no ghosts anywhere. Thanks for your patience.
Oh, that's all right. I still remember being scared of imaginary monsters as a kid. It's the real-life ones that annoy me now.
All right, get on with it.
What's going on?
Just stand still. You're being searched.
Get off it. I haven't got over the bruises from the last time.
That's enough, Simpson. Or would you prefer me to search you?
Well, if I had known you felt this way, we could have arranged a more private meeting.
Cut it out, McPherson.
She's clean for once.
Yeah, saves me underwear.
Haven't you had enough for one day, Miss Ferguson? It's bad enough victimising the officers without doing the same to the women.
How would you like to survive on the dole, Mr. Pringle?
What's the problem?
The passes.
I've been set up again.
Well, Maxwell, you've got some real explaining to do.
It just isn't the same without you. We really miss your cheery face. Hope they're treating you proper. Got to go now and fold some more sheets. Miss you. Bye. Was that okay?
That was great. Now we just got to get Merles and a few other girls, and we'll be set.
Stage 2 complete, Lee. Yeah? I just saw the freak hauling Kath away and no one was laughing.
Oh, poor love. Some people just don't learn, do they?
Hey, we'll be out of here in no time. We'll be able to deliver that tape ourselves.
Now, you just hold...
But we've got to talk.
About what?
You being honest to our mates.
Oh, what are you on about?
Your escape plans. You're all talk. Only they don't know you as well as I do.
All talk, am I? Look, I've made more escapes than you've had hot meals.
You've had 4 failed attempts. Twice you actually made it outside. Both times for less than a day. I wouldn't exactly call that successful.
I had no help then. This time... Well, Reda's gang's going to cover us until the heat dies down. Then I'm going to surface with a new name, clothes and everything.
Oh, come on. I've heard this 100 times.
Well, you can rot in here all you like. But I've got plans. And no one's going to stuff them up. It's a sure thing.
Sure, Brum.
I want you to come back real soon because you're the best storyteller I know, even better than Kath, but don't tell her I said that. Now, you do as I tell you and come back because I miss you and I don't like it when mates go away. No, say no more.
Look, that was fine. Laura's going to love to hear that, Merle.
You better skedaddle out of here before you're caught.
Okay, thanks, Mum.
I hope it works all right. Mrs. Pringle and I are very fond of Lorelei.
Why is it that bad things happen to good people?
Oh, I don't know, Mel. It's not fair, is it?
No.
Anyway, it's no good worrying about the things we can't fix. How about taking the garbage out for me? The bins are full in here.
Okay.
What's for tea?
You'll find out when you get it now. Shoo.
Thanks again.
Mr. Pringle, I've checked the cutlery, and I reckon there's 6 knives and 4 spoons missing.
What? That can't be.
Well, I checked it twice. Didn't know whether to tell you.
Oh, the freak's going to bloody love that. She'll organise another self-search. Gonna have knives missing, never know what we could get up to.
I'll count to myself. You must have made a mistake.
All clear.
You there, moron! Yes, I'm talking to you, dumbbell. You! Stand to attention when I talk to you. Where are you? I've come back for you, Jones. Go away! You're dead and you can't be here! You hated me like all the rest of them. But I didn't do nothing to you. I've come back for you and you're gonna die. No! There's no escaping. I'll get you. No! No!
We wouldn't know having a state brains about the place, do you?
But why does it have to be the shop? There are other punishments you could dish out.
Do you prefer solitary, leaving Jones on her own for 24 hours?
No, but this way you're taking away my livelihood.
I can hardly keep you as trustee, can I? I might as well take out a full-page ad on our agreement.
I need to make money. I have to do something constructive.
I didn't hear that, Maxwell. None of this would be necessary if you had done as I said.
I told you it was impossible.
It is not impossible. Why did you let anyone get near enough to plant them in your pocket?
I didn't.
You must.
You can't talk, can you?
There must have been a dozen opportunities, come to think of it.
Well, there you are, then. You leave me no other choice. I will tell the women that you're no longer in charge of the shop until you can prove it was a setup. And I hope for your sake this is the end of it. Well, what have we got here? I'll take that, thank you.
Take it easy. There's nothing illegal on it.
Oh, really? Well, Mrs. Morris, another little conspiracy?
Hardly. The women have made a tape to send to Lorelei.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There is if it isn't done through the proper procedure. I will not tolerate interaction between officers and prisoners. This won't look too good on your records.
They haven't done anything wrong.
Oh, shut up, Connors. You might be able to con them, but you can't con me. If you wanted a tape made, you should have got permission through your top dog here.
Fat lot of good that'd do.
All right, you two, you've finished your shifts. Pack your things and get out of here. The rest of you, get on about your business.
Well, she won. Place is all hers now. Oh, Meg, she made me feel like dirt.
I hope this isn't goodbye for long.
Bye.
your shoulder to cry on. Remember that time I was crying over Lester and you came and supported me? And then we both ended up in tears. God, Laurie, come back to us, please.
Are you listening to us? You get your bum back here real soon. We need someone to organise and get things happening. We need you to take our minds off our own problems. Bye for now.
See you soon.
See you, sweetheart.
Laurie.
You must get some tough types in there.
What's that?
I said you must get some tough types in Wentworth.
Forget about Surrey Hills. Take me to Ingleside.
Out of the frying pan into the fire, eh?
Just drive, will you?
Sure.
I thought she was going to take the doll with her as well.
Did you see Mervin's face when she flew through the door?
Yes! The poor bastard thought he was done for.
At least he got to do his cutlery count before they went away. You are brave and never knew what he was capable of. I'll do him justice. Are you going to go on with it? When you're on a good thing, you make it better. This is just kid stuff. Do not adjust your television set. You're about to enter the twilight zone.
Lorelei. I'm sorry, Lorelei. I never meant to hurt you.
Just isn't the same without you. You really miss your cheery face. Hope they're treating you proper. Anyway, I've got to go now and fold some more sheets. I miss you. Bye.
I want you to come back real soon because you're the best storyteller I know. Even better than Kath. Don't you tell her I said that. Now you do as I tell you and come back because I miss you and I don't like it when my mates go away.
Hi, Laurie, it's Lisa. Just wanted to say hi and I can't get anywhere without a good angel. I'm pissed. I'm really missing your shoulder to cry on. Remember that time I was crying over Lester and you came and supported me? And then we both ended up in tears. Laurie, come back to us, please.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then.